Yeah? Because, okay, there's Dan Love. Guy Love.
Guy Love 2
Guy Love 2.
was 32. And then
And
we had
then-
the movie one.
But that's not 32.
No, it's standalone.
What was 30 then? Was that just...
I don't know.
I thought that was Guy Love. No, we
Did
had
we
an
do-
episode between Guy Love and Guy Love 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're 33.
Okay. Greetings, folks, and welcome to episode 33 of the BLIPcast, the Boring Lives of Interesting People podcast. I am Daniel.
And I am Katie, Lady Laumes, guest with K. Mezmiro on the 22nd PhD, a.k.a. the new little K.
For
I
some
like
reason,
that.
I expected you to add more right there. I was like, oh
Why?
no, is there more? I don't know.
No, there's
All
no
right.
more.
Katie, I'm realizing I wear this shirt a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially a lot for the show. I'm pretty sure this shirt has come up like 3 or 4 times.
it's fine. You can wear it every single time.
I might. This may just be Blip shirt, my Dillinger Escape Plan shirt. Katie, it's been a bit since we've done a straight up episode.
Yeah, it really has.
Not since Guy Love 2, which
I'm
we
sorry.
discussed.
Yeah.
No, it's completely fine. I've been quite busy as well, as we will discuss. But how have you been?
I've been good.
Good.
I'm actually
Thanks.
graduating.
Awesome. Thank you for what? You're actually graduating?
Yeah. So that's exciting.
When?
May
Oh,
23rd?
This semester? Oh, bravo.
Yeah, I
How's it
know.
feel?
Good. Kind of awesome because I cheated the system by like not submitting all the stuff a year before.
I did
just
that
did
too.
it like same semester.
I do that I do it too. Because it's like, they can't be like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're just like, ugh, you're the worst. We're just gonna have to delay the confirmation of you graduating.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to go an entire like semester going, am I not? And if I'm not, it's not that bad. Except for when like time to register for classes comes around, you're like, I don't know if I need classes or
Yeah.
not. But when you get that thing, it's like, ugh, you're fine. Just get the fuck out of here. That's a pretty sweet feeling.
It is.
Cool.
It really is.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. Dan's mom might procure me some sort of internship or something.
Cool.
And then I have the fellowship possibility for the judicial court thingy where I help judges do thingies.
Are you going to get a robe?
That would be the most amazing thing, but no. Also, when I was reading that pamphlet that they send you for graduation,
Mm-hmm.
it was talking about master's degrees and like that they had to wear their hood, and I was like, I want a master's just so I can have a hood at graduation.
Well, go back to school for
Yeah,
8
not yet.
more years?
Not yet.
I don't-
No, it's only 4.
I don't fucking know.
I think law school's 2 years and a 3rd year if you want to teach or like go into something special or get a JD. Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Mhm.
How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing well. I'm a sore guy right now. I'm in the I'm in the middle of. Last night was show 2 of 3 in a row.
Mhm.
Night 1 was fine.
Mhm.
Night 1 I saw the band Humphreys McGee, which I may have mentioned on here before. They do like prog jam band stuff. It was my first jam band show. And do you remember? Did you ever watch South Park?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one where they go to the hippie jam band festival?
Yeah.
It's
and
all
Randy
those,
goes crazy.
Those people are real. And
Okay.
they even like heavy jam music, like Humphreys McGee. Like there were so many just white dudes with dreads, and like there's this one dude who's right in front. He was dancing like this, and was doing all these like basically what I could only attribute to like hip hop background dancers,
Mhm.
but like as white as possible
Oh,
to
I
all
see.
their songs, and like everyone was so high. It was cool. Like I was actually just like. When they did the first, because jam bands all do this thing where they do 2 sets
Mhm.
and an encore. So they did the first set, and the first set was like, okay. It wasn't that great. They played one song I really like. Other than that, I was just like, I don't know any of these fucking songs. And then I was like, well, I'm kind of not feeling this. And I love the band, but they're more of a band that I want to like listen to at home when I'm
Mhm.
doing something else.
Right.
Seeing them live, probably not my cup of tea. So I was like, all right, second set's coming up. I'll give them 2 songs to win me back. They come on stage, they start playing In the Flesh by Pink Floyd. I'm like, fuck. It's like one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs. It's From the Wall. I'm like, okay, this is awesome. The second song they play, they bridge that into Another Brick in the Wall, also Pink Floyd. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, all right, fine. So then I stay for the next song, and the next song's okay. And I'm like, all right, if the next song after this one is also kind of a bummer, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Next song, awesome, lasts 40 minutes.
It's like they can hear your thoughts.
Yes. And that song goes on and on. It's so fucking cool, though. And then the song after that was kind of lame. I went to the bathroom. I came back out. They played another one I wasn't really feeling, so I bailed.
Mhm.
But what was cool about, since they're a jam band, and all jam bands do all these same things, they all put out all their shows, soundboard recordings, so fans can listen to them at home and like trade bootlegs and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
That show is apparently their thousandth. Can you please say that word?
Thousandth
Show. So they put it out for free instead of charging for it. So
That's
I got the
fantastic.
show I went to for free. So I got to see what I missed, which wasn't much, but it was still it wound up being an enjoyable show.
Mm-hmm.
Then last night, girlfriend Katie is really into the band Flogging Molly.
Call her Katie number 1.
Katie number 1.
Because there's another Katie that they're calling Katie Prime. So Katie Prime, Katie Alpha, and Katie number 1.
Okay, Katie number 1. I think they're all like at the top of a list though.
Because I don't want another incident where like somebody tries to kill me.
Might, who knows? So, Katie number 1, I didn't think about it already, is really in the band Flogging Molly.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to go see them last night,
Mm-hmm.
and they have one of the most intense crowds I've ever been in. We were on the floor. We were second back from the rail in front of the stage, and we got the shit kicked out of us for like 2 hours.
Fantastic.
It was kind of fun,
Yeah.
except for this one fucking... There's always that one guy at a show.
There is that one guy.
And he always finds me. This one dude who's probably late 50s, 60s. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Already can't be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Reason number 2, he can't be trusted. It was unbuttoned about here,
Mm-hmm.
just below his man teats.
Right.
He had very powerful gray chest hair, which I have chest hair, but I keep it under wraps because
Right.
I'm a respectful gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Around his neck, he had a bandana tied in a neckerchief.
Okay.
And he wore a fedora. And the whole show, he is got his arms up and he's like singing along with every song. That's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But every time like we get moved around, he'd always put his arms down really quickly into my neck. And at one point, he's just like resting his elbow on my neck, and I push his elbow down.
Yeah.
And then it happens again, and I keep doing that.
Yeah.
And finally, he leans over, and he yells something, and of course, music's playing. He's trying to justify it. And what I think he said was, I know someone in the band, so I'm trying to get their attention, so I'm not going to put my arm down. It's a show, just deal with it.
Oh
And I
my
was
god.
like, all right, that's cool. And little did I know, he was actually pissing off everyone around him, too.
Yeah.
So that comes into play later.
Ooh.
He was there with someone younger, probably about my age. Girlfriend, wife, daughter?
Ew.
No idea, really. And she, nothing against her, she was a bit overweight
Okay.
and was laying on him
Uh-huh.
the whole show. Just like, for some reason, she was putting all of his body weight on him.
Okay.
And he was then responding in kind by just leaning backwards on everyone. And most of the show was just on me.
Right.
So usually at a show, you get like ebbs and flows of people going like because of the crowd.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there was always a push from him, and it would only go back slightly instead of going completely back because he was just laying on us.
Right.
So once we were able to get some footing, and like I had my hand on the rail for most of the show, and because he was leaning on it, I thought I was going to break my arm at one point.
Yeah.
Like I let go of the rail and I couldn't get my arm out, and I started freaking out.
Yeah.
I was able to get my arm out, and then I was just kind of like holding on to KD1, and I was just a guy fucking leaning on me, and this goes on for a long time. And at one point, he yells something else at me, because Katie's a scrappy little fucker. She take no shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he wound up leaning on her and just doing the whole elbow thing, and she, bam, got him right in like the kidneys. It was like just fighting back, and I think was telling me something about her again because he was yelling. I just look at him like, dude, I can't fucking hear you. So he said something again, and then there's a tap on my shoulder after the band's last song of their main set.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn around. This guy who's been cool to KD1 and I offers me a lighter and some weed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, thank you. And then he's like, all right, it's cool. So he offers the guy next to me, the old guy. Old dude grabs the pipe, takes a hit, and as soon as he steps out, myself, KD1, a girl who's in front of KD1, and this big dude who has been next to us, who's just like fucking huge.
Yeah.
He has no reason to be on a rail, really, because he's like 6'6". We all push him into the fucking crowd. And he like kind of disappears. So that was nice. And we all like kind of rejoice in our own thing, not realizing like the two people we didn't know were also on our side. And it was like, that guy's gone. Encore wound up being really cool. And I went in not knowing any of their music really, except for what I heard in KD1's car.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun fucking show.
Yeah. Their
'Cause
music's
it's-
pretty exciting.
Yeah, Irish
Yeah.
pop, well not pop, Irish punk music stuff. And just on their Green 17 tour, which they did for like the last 10 years around St. Patrick's Day.
Mhm.
So it was a bunch of drunk Irish people very excited about Monday. And me. And I had a good time. I'd say the only crowds I've seen that were more intense were probably Dillinger and Motorhead.
Mm-hmm.
And only reason Motorhead's number one is because I walked away from that show limping.
Okay.
This one,
Yeah.
like, my back hurts, my wrist hurts from the rail, but, you know,
Yeah.
I walked out fine. And Katie, I already told you what show 3 is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got to get to the story first.
Okay.
Okay, so I bought this ticket on accident. Kind of.
Kind of.
So I'm coming up the steps Thursday night. Wednesday or Thursday, I forget really. And I look on my phone, I get an email. It's from Another Planet, who's a promoter around here. It's like, just announced, surprise show, Prince, Saturday, one night only, I think. I think it's a one night only. Tickets go on sale at 10:30. It's 10:40. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I open up my Live Nation app on my phone, and there's the show. I click on it. I click ticket 1. I'd enter. It comes up. Floor ticket available. 5-minute countdown begins. And I can buy it.
Order.
No, here's what happened. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the price of the ticket, which base price before fees was $99.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fees brought up to another 20.
Oh my.
Was it another 20? Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's too much. I'm kind of just sitting there debating. I'm like, maybe not. For some reason, I sit on my computer after I get upstairs. I go on Ticketmaster's website. I click to look at the show for some reason. It says no tickets available. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I go to the Fox website because it's at the Fox, which is crazy for a print show.
Right.
And the site is down. People are bum rushing the site. It won't load.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at my phone, and the clock is still ticking down. I'm like, all right, maybe. So I go to the next page, which is one where you like put in your card or select your card or whatever. And it takes you one more where it's like, all right, this is your order. This is how much it's going to cost. This is the card is going to go on. If you hit this button, it processes. I'm hovering over it with my thumb. I'm like, God, last time Prince came, I kicked myself for a long time for not seeing him. And I feel like I have to. My parents have both seen him. I haven't. He's on like a short list of bands I really fucking want to see. I'd be on the floor at the Fox no matter where I'm at. It's going to be a good spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's so much money. I look at my bank account. It's like, I can afford it, but I'm kind of trying to save right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I shouldn't do it. And I set my phone down. And when I set my phone down, my thumb hits processing. My thumb hits enter and it says processing. I'm like, no! And I go to hit cancel. And it's like, thank you for your order. I'm like, well, shits. Okay. So I actually look on the Ticketmaster's website for the refund policy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious about this. I'm like, I don't think I should go to the show. Refund policy. Good, there is one. It's within 7 days of the show. Show's Saturday. It was announced Wednesday. Nope. It also lists a bunch of venues where you can get refunds. Fox is not one of them. So I'm like, well, shit.
You're destined to go to the show.
Kinda, yeah. That's what it felt like. And then I was like, yes. So tonight, after this, I'm figuring out parking, and I'm going to see Prince.
It's so exciting.
I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous, because Prince... All right, that's how I explained it to Katie one. Prince is an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Prince is amazing. And Prince is Prince.
Yes.
Prince is an asshole. He's notorious for showing up to shows late.
Mm-hmm.
He did a show that was in L.A. a couple weeks ago. Supposed to start at 8, went on at 10.
Okay.
In between that, he had Dougie Fresh, who's a rapper from like the 80s, 90s,
Mm-hmm.
as a hype man who was just like up there with a DJ playing like 90s rap songs to get the crowd excited. 2 hours is a lot of that. So there's that. The show starts at 9.
So 11.
Maybe.
Midnight.
Yeah. So I don't know where I'm going to park. The place I usually park closes at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure that out still. So, and also Prince has a massive back catalog.
Mm-hmm.
For as much as we came on and we raved about Purple Rain and the mini app, if you haven't watched it, listen to it, do it because it's fun. If you haven't seen it, or also watch it. Fuck you. He's got a lot more than Purple Rain. A lot of stuff I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he will play for 3-4 hours
Oh my god.
of stuff I won't know. So that's a possibility. And I've heard there's a bunch of different versions of Prince. There's Prince that'll come out and do all the hits.
Mm-hmm.
There's Prince that'll come out and play nothing but B-sides and deep cuts you'll never know. And even deep, like, longtime fans are like, I think I remember this song. And there's Prince that'll play one song and jam on it for like an hour. Play Purple Rain and be like, fuck you, I'm out of here. So I don't know who I'm going to get tonight. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know the crowd I'm going with because I've never been to a show like this at all. I asked my parents, I'm like, when you guys saw Prince, what was the crowd like? And they're like, Damn, that was like 1983. That was before Purple Rain. I don't know what kind of crowd he has now. And it's like, oh, that's a good point.
It could be anybody though, because a lot of people like him.
Yeah, but
And everybody recognizes his talent, so it's not like.
So that's going on tonight. I'm very excited, actually, and yeah, so excited. Katie.
Yeah.
Also, it's been a very eventful couple weeks for me anyway, and I think one thing for you, Katie, we went to Comic-Con in Sacramento. WizardCon? Is it Comic-Con?
Wizard World. It's
Wizard
not Comic-Con.
World Comic Convention?
Yes.
K.
How
was your experience?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't like bad. Nothing bad happened, but I just didn't. The people that were there were just kind of. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a nerd supremacist right now.
Do it.
But most of the people that were there were just like people at Disneyland.
Yeah, makes sense.
There were families who didn't know anything about comics, and they were just walking around looking at all the pretty things.
Right.
And there weren't very many cosplayers, which kind of bummed me out because that's like part of my. That's what I like about conventions.
Right.
And I didn't like that they put it in the back of the convention center. I thought that was really stupid. I don't know why they didn't just do the front like Sec Anime did. You never went to Sec Anime.
No, was that the back?
That was the back.
Okay.
The front is the stuff along J Street.
Was that where they were having the diabetes convention?
The diabetes?
Did you see that?
No.
Yes, swear to God. Katie, One, and I left to go get lunch, and we were on our way back, and we passed by the other side of the convention center. We went to De Vere's, and there was another like little thing going on. It was convention's probably not the right word, but a conference maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It was about diabetes, like on the other side of the wall, in the main hall.
That might be why. Because when Sac Anime does it, they have the front wall or the front hall, and then I think the Greek Festival has the back place where we went for Wizard World. Okay. But yeah, that makes a little more sense than diabetes and Wizard World. Maybe it doesn't actually.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We're like, oh, that's weird. Then I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, how was your experience?
I had a good time, but I definitely agree with the thing where people weren't really there for the like comic part of it, of course. Yeah. Like that basically Chris Hardwick, your man's fella, describes Comic-Con as pop culture con. Right. Which is it's fine. That's at least this one felt like it was more like attempting nerd culture things. Right. It wasn't just like Comic-Con where they have the cast of As Much As I Enjoy It, Community come on. Community is an NBC show owned by Universal. And as much as they are nerdy and weird, they're still, like, the man. Right. And mind you, Marvel's owned by Disney, so... Yeah. Whatever. But this one, at least the guests that they had there who were doing Q&As and, like, were doing signings and stuff. You had Shatner, you had Billy D. Williams. Stanley wasn't there the day I went, but I wanted to see his Q&A. Yeah. I went to Billy D. Williams' Q&A. That was cool. He basically just kind of sat there with a handler, which was kind of funny, who, like, kind of coached him through it. And then his, like, Dancing with the Stars person came on with him, which was like, that's boo. Because then they just hyped that he was going to be on Dancing with the Stars. But, of course, people came on and were asking him questions. There was one really good question, though. It was one that he had answered before, but it was funny. It was in Return of the Jedi, it's super nerdy. When Lando was flying the Millennium Falcon, why was he wearing Han's clothes? His handler was like, all right, I'll give you the canon answer. And he'll give you the fun answer. Canon answer, the answer that you're probably thinking is Lando owned the Millennium Falcon before Han did, which is true. Then Billy D comes on and says they were lovers. Which Katie One is always joking about. Yeah. She's like, I fucking called it! So that was cool. Like, you know, part of it is me being kind of a mainstream douche. You just wanting to go look at someone famous and like, oh my God, it's Lando. And I didn't go into any signings. That was ridiculous. A friend of mine went the next day and got Spike from Buffy to sign something, or took a picture with him or something. $20. Oh,
that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap compared to what the other ones were.
Yeah, I think
it was, if you took it with your phone, it was X amount, but if you took it with a professional photographer, it was like 40 or something.
I heard that. I think Bruce Campbell was 150.
Hemsworth was 350. Jesus Christ. I was looking online at like because they had like pre-ticket ones. Yeah. Billy D was 50. Yeah, they're like, you can come through the line, say hi, don't necessarily have to pay anything to get anything signed, but we'd prefer it, of course.
Yeah.
So I considered getting in line, just being like, high five. Okay, bye. But like, I don't know, I just wanted walking around the signings and like looking at people and just all these people I didn't really know. And like, oh, that fucking guy, Michael Rosenbaum? Some guy. He played, I think that's his name. He played Lex Luthor in Smallville.
Okay.
But he also does like voice acting on like Justice League show. He does the Flash, but his Q&A was before Billy D, so we just sat through it.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious. He just like, instead of staying on the stage behind the Wizard World thing, he got off the stage, was like getting in people's faces, and was, like standing next to the line of people asking questions and just like answering everyone. Went down the line and answered like 6 in a row really quickly, and it was really fun. He was there and I'm like, oh, that guy, and like, oh, that lady is basically a porn star. Sarah Jean Underwood.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've seen her naked a lot.
Yeah, I haven't, but when me and Kit were looking...
You're missing out.
When me and Kit were looking for people who were actually going to be at the con, we saw her and we were like, ew, it's a gamer girl. And we actually looked like her description, and she's done some, like, legit things. I don't remember what they were, but I was impressed.
She was on G4, which doesn't mean anything, because they hire just pretty faces. And I think did some gaming stuff.
Yeah, she did something that I was highly impressed with. I was like, oh, okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're pretty, but you're okay.
Wait, the actual, like, away from the, like, celebrity side of it, I was kind of okay with. Like, the drawings behind you, which I'm not going to get off the wall for some reason. I got there. They were by, I don't know his name. The Zoof, Z-E-U-F. It's Artomakasse. He does kind of like pop culture mashup shit, where the ones I got are The Birth of Venus, but it's Chewbacca surrounded by Ewoks.
I'll take pictures of them.
And it says Birth. And then I got the Sgt. Pepper cover, but it's the Cantina Band, and it says Music. And I always liked that. Like, I was in love with it when I just saw it said Music, so I had to get it. And they're actually signed on the bottom. And we talked to that guy, and like, he saw I had one and Katie bought 2, and then he's like, take a third one. So we both actually have the Birth one. She has one of Leia. It's the business card I just pulled out. And she's topless and wearing like bullets, and it says Rebel, and it says Viva la Rebellion across the top. And
that's cute.
I enjoyed the few cosplayers I did see. There were some pretty cool ones.
There were some really great ones, yeah.
I didn't see any furries. Well, actually, there may have been one.
Really? I didn't see any.
You may have run into her at some point, or this is some reference to something. She was wearing a white bikini, had a big fluffy tail. What is that?
It's not a furry.
Okay.
If we're talking about the same person, that's Felicia from some fighting game. I don't remember what it is. I think it's Guilty.
Oh, that makes sense. Is she also a cat?
She's a cat. I don't actually know like the backstory behind her, but she's like a cat. I think she's probably a cat who was turned into a person.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw like 2 of those, and I was kind of confused about it because one of them literally was only wearing the fur, and I think she like glued it to her skin. Not like with hot glue or something, but
bummer. What's the point of the story?
Yeah, no, it was kind of just like, oh, you are naked.
There are children here, and you are nude.
Yeah, like how I was pretty much like, I think, as much as you can go.
You were wearing the Thor costume.
I was wearing the Thor costume, and that's
which is
pretty
like
revealing.
Metal bra.
A skort.
And
boots.
Skort.
Yeah.
Oh, you got in a costume.
I went in a contest.
How was that?
It was interesting. It was poorly planned, like crazy. But we just went up on stage for a second, and then just showed the crowd our costume, and then the judges. My comment from the panel was, okay, did you go past the booth with that guy who does the Thor, like professional cosplaying?
Yes. That
guy was at the panel, and he's like, your hammer's bigger than mine. I was like, yep. I didn't know what to say to that, so I was like, all right, and then I walked off.
Yeah, I was actually going around the booths a lot. Like, I really like the booths. And they had one where it was like, weapons, and they had Mjolnir. Yeah. And I picked it up to see how it compared to yours, and this lady is like, can I help you? And I was like, oh, see how heavy it was.
Yeah, most Mjolnirs are very, very pencil-y.
This one had some weight to it, but yours is a beast. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So it was the first one of these they had in Sacramento, right?
No. Well, the first one of... Do you mean this is the first Wizard World or the first one that's come around here? Because it started, like, last year. Wizard World.
I think I meant Wizard World here.
Yes, this is the first one here.
Okay.
But it's not the first Wizard World.
Right. I knew they used to do one in San Francisco that one of my coworkers would always go to, and then they moved it to Anaheim, and he got all sad.
But then that's WonderCon.
Oh, whatever. Something con. See, clearly this isn't... See, I would go again. I actually was telling Katie one, like, there's one in Reno in November. I kind of already want to go. So I'm considering it. But if not, I can just wait till Sacramento next year. Because it's sold out, so it seems like it could happen again.
Yeah. I would advise going to Well, would you like it, though? Because you don't watch anime.
I don't. I watch DBZ and Pokemon. So clearly, I don't watch anime, because those are the two I can name. You
might still enjoy it, though.
Yeah, like...
Because the environment is a lot nicer. Like, people are just more friendly. People are actually into it.
Cool.
And the tabling is it's better, from my perspective, because it's not a whole bunch of... Here, buy this stuff that's not related to comics or video games. It's like stuff that you would buy. I don't know. It's cheaper.
Maybe then. I'll check it out, probably. Some friends of mine went to that. Oh, yeah. I was in Very Lazy cosplay.
Yes.
I was my Scott Pilgrim costume from Halloween a few years ago, which is just Smashing Pumpkins t-shirt, green. Wristbands, white, green, and white again. And that was my costume.
Did anybody say, like, hey?
Yeah, I had...
awesome.
I walked up to this one table where she was holding up a sign that said Cat Comics.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you had me at Cat Comics. And she's pointing at my shirt. She's like, oh, cool. I haven't seen any of these. So I was like, yay. I was like, I was lazy. So in a very, very lazy way, I was playing along.
Oh.
With my favorite comic character.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
You should get Katie into it. She'd be pretty cool. You should make her be Meridian.
We were going down a list of, like, redhead things that she could be. I was like, be Mary Jane. She's like, Mary Jane's a fucking bitch. I'm going to be anyone from Spider-Man. I'm going to be Jean, or what's her name? Not Jean. Who's the one from The Amazing Spider-Man?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Spider-Man.
Oh, shit.
Except for Black Cat.
Some blonde one, because I guess she's cooler or something. But I was like, be Phoenix. She's like, my hair is not straight. I was like, I know, wing it. And we were going down a list of everything, and it's like the only one we agreed like probably could pull it off was Ariel.
Dude,
but she's like,
she should be Natasha Romanoff.
You should tell her, because I don't know what that is.
Black Widow.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll make it happen. I'll put her in a cat suit for you.
Thank you. She's like, I don't want to go Disney though, because Ariel would have worked out well. And she's like, no. And then we looked around, we saw a couple. So like, I was like, oh, they did it. She's like, yeah, they did it. That's why I didn't want to do it. Fine. And to go on in my nerdy week, you can find this in the iTunes feed or on blipcast.podbean.com. I interviewed MC Chris.
I saw that.
That was so fucking cool. Like, I really wanted to nerd out him and be like, oh my God, all the Bounty Hunter songs. But I was like, kept my composure. I asked him, like, kind of stuff about the album, which I didn't have at the time, which I have now, actually. Got it today. It's really fucking good. And just, it was cool to talk to him and just, kind of talk some nerd stuff, just talk music and movies. And, it was fun. It was a fun chat. So you can listen to that now. I put the full thing up there, minus the part where my phone rings, because whatever. So there is some editing. But other than that, it's unedited. And then yesterday before the Flogging Molly show, I went to the San Jose Museum of Technology Innovation or whatever. Yep. And they had a Star Wars exhibit. And Katie and I went to that, and it was fucking cool. Because you walk in, and first thing you see like models of the of the starships and stuff. You see the Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing, Y-Wing, and stuff like that. And then you look over in a booth, and there's just like Harrison Ford's clothing. It is the one from the movie. It's Han Solo shit. And it's like, oh my God. I was like, Katie, what? Guess what the other side right there? His penis. She's got the biggest crush on Harrison Ford.
Aww.
So she's like,
I
know. And then we saw the Boba Fett one. We saw the Yoda puppet. Oh, so fucking cool. And just got to run around and look at stuff. But it was kind of cool because they worked it into like being informative. So they'd be like, oh, you remember that part where Luke Skywalker his hand cut off. They gave him a robot hand. Here's actual robot hand technology.
That's cool.
And you could go over and look at like prosthetics that were robotic.
That's really cool. That's kind of what they did for the Aeronautical Museum here in Sac when they had the Star Trek exhibit. It was really cool. They had the stuff from the show, and it was basically like that. And they were like, "Here's flying stuff."
Yeah. There was some stuff like during the we were looking at the Millennium Falcon. We look over and it's just like these models of like these giant silos or like solar panels or something. And we're like, I don't remember this. She's like, yeah, this isn't Star Wars. She turned around and walked away. That was before I think we realized that they were like kind of connecting it to real life stuff.
Right.
Like there's one where you can make like little robots that kind of look like R2 that would go over bumps and stuff like that. That was cool. So check that out. Got to do the Millennium Falcon experience, which I didn't know what it was when I bought tickets, but I was like, well, it's $5 and I have to do it. So it's, you go in this little booth and you sit in kind of like, you're popular.
No, I'm not.
Okay. You sit in a like a replica of the Millennium Falcon cockpit, and the voice of the 3PO comes on and is telling you about the Millennium Falcon, but he keeps looping it back to like the universe. So he's like, in a Star Wars universe, blah 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 blah, but over here we have the Milky Way galaxy, and you pull out and you go like this, and it's just like, I was like, I feel like I'm learning, this is bullshit. But it was still pretty cool because they shake the seats and like it looks like you're flying through.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking cool. And then that got us into the Tech Museum, which was awesome because they have this whole thing where it's like an installation right now where it's like music technology and it's all these like synthesizers, and they have this thing which I did a report on back in high school called a laser harp. And it's just laser beams, and there's like a sensor here and the laser coming from here. If you break the beam, it like makes a note.
That's awesome.
And so we got to like play in it, and like there I forgot, I haven't told this to anyone yet, but when we were in there, it was this old couple and us, and like they were in it just kind of waving their arms around on the lasers, and they look at the settings, and they have like an iPad or something up there, and it's got like a bunch of like EDM settings. It's got like breakbeat, it's got I think EDM is one of them, and then the last one is house. The lady hits house, and she keeps doing like this, and she's like, it's just like techno music. This doesn't sound like my house.
Oh my God.
Earnest, 100% earnest, meant it. Wasn't if I said it, course smartass remark. She fucking meant it so much. Oh, it was awesome.
That's so good.
And then where I could still be there if Katie wouldn't have dragged me away. They had this like plexiglass octagon, and on it were a bunch of sample pads. I think there's 3 sample pads, and next to it there are these little panels that if you like move your finger on them, it changes the notes. Oh, I was having so much fun on that. And once I figured out how to make it sound cool, like I was like, I could be here all day. And I was pulled away from it. And the rest of the museum was really cool. It like talked about genetics and just like a lot of really science stuff and a lot of hands-on stuff, and I'd highly recommend it. In San Jose.
I think we went there for my 6th grade.
Fucking nerd.
For my 6th grade field trip instead of going to Alcatraz.
I think I went to Alcatraz for my 6th grade thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
But you wrote it down.
I know. All right, fine. The Humphreys McGee show, which I talked about a long time ago. I'll even get the thing. Up. All right.
Don't drop things.
Don't tell me what to do. So I was not far from the stage, and at the show there's a bunch of, like I said, like hippies and stuff like that. And there's this one girl who was like really a flower child girl, and during intermission she was like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing! I love all of you." And she pulled out this long strip of like these stickers that I think she made that say "Umph Love" on them. UMPH love. And you can't see it on the camera. It's too small. I'm not moving. Yeah, it's got lint on it. And she gave me a strip of 4 of them because I was standing right behind her. And I look at them and I tear one, and I go to hand it to the person behind me, and she comes around and hands them a strip of 4. So I'm just like holding these 3 extra stickers, and I'm looking for someone to give them to. But everyone around me's already got them, and they're very confused why they have so many too.
You're right.
So I hand them back to her, and I was like, "Hey, you're much better at giving these out than I am." She's like, "Take them all, man." I was like, "No, I've got the one." She's like, "You're not wearing it." I was like, "I'm gonna put on something at home, like for the show." She's like, and she snatched 3 from me. She's like, "Ugh, aren't you gracious?" I turned around, I'm like, I only needed one. I don't want to be greedy. She seemed so mad about it. Like I just ruined her buzz.
Probably. She probably wanted you to put them on everything.
She had like 3 on her face. And then on her face, written backwards in what looked like Sharpie, was 21 Rocker. Couldn't figure that one out. It's not a song
rocker.
reference. Maybe she should turn 21.
Maybe.
And she's a rocker?
Yeah.
One who rocks?
That's it.
Kitty.
Yes.
Do you have anything else for us?
I have stuff to teach you.
Cool. I actually learned a lot watching something.
Watching something.
I watched Cosmos. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. It's
Yeah.
pretty much what I expected it to be, where it's Neil deGrasse Tyson floating around on a green screen in space. Like, be like, oh man, look at this Big Bang. That's where we came from, man.
Yeah, that's how we talk.
Trillions and trillions. I really like that. So anyway, what have you to teach me?
I'm gonna teach you how to say spring in French and Japanese.
It's almost
because it's spring.
Well, it's been spring for like 2 months here.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Kind of. We had a slightly colder week last week.
Yeah, we had some rain. By the way,
now it's fucking hot again.
by the way, this right here, first shorts of the year.
All right.
Yep. I'm not sure if I'm needing Oakland tonight, but I put them on for the day because it's 79.
Yeah.
Anyway, weather.
So spring in French is le printemps.
Le printemps.
Printemps. It doesn't. Yeah.
There's what I can do. Finally, what I can fucking do.
Yeah, I don't. It's spelled PRINTEMPS.
Pretemps.
So yes, they really shouldn't sound
This
the
one's
same,
good.
but the
Pretemps.
vowels do sound the same. Anyway, that's not important. In Japanese, it's haru.
Haru?
Haru, like hello, but haru.
Haru. Wait, if you add "can" on the end of that, what is it?
Harukan.
Hadouken.
Okay, sounds bad.
What does that mean? No, it doesn't mean anything.
Harukan? I don't know.
Hello, punch.
No.
Hello, fire.
No, not
Spring,
like
fire.
hello. Spring. There you go.
Spring fire.
I don't think words work like that in Japanese. Sorry. It's not like English.
What? Japanese is not English?
No, Japanese is not English.
That's how I find out.
Anyway, so the fact of the day is that on the 20th what is today?
Today's the 15th.
In 5 days, the vernal equinox is going to happen. Actually, I think that's the first day of spring. Yeah,
Do I
that's
have it for
the
no
first day of
calendar? I
spring. And it will happen at 4:57. And the vernal equinox is basically when the equator is level with the center of the sun.
Cool. What
Yeah.
does that mean, really? This is
Just fucking the Earth's moving.
fucking Earth. Then it's going to be hot soon. I'm going to be miserable.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty bad summer, I think. It's already 80. It's fucking hot. I know. We need to move.
All right, so it's been a while since we've done a show, like a normal show. And I went back, and I don't remember. Did I talk about this?
No.
Okay. I'm recommending something that seems really obvious for me. It's the new Beck album. It's called Morning Phase. It's his slower, kind of more introspective music, kind of like Sea Change if you're a fan. It's a lot of sad music, but I was discussing it with Susie from the radio station, and she said it sounds like sad music that has an ending to it. So it's
What does that mean?
basically Sea Change is a CD of music that he made after going through some breakup, and it sounds like sorrow that will never fucking end.
Oh, okay.
This one sounds like someone's bummed for a while and they'll be fine.
All right.
But yeah, that's a good way to put it. So that's the way I describe it. It's a great album, and I highly recommend it as per usual. Katie, I remember 2 of the things because that's how I do now. So I got Animal Crossing for 2DS.
Yes.
Well, 3DS.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's fucking do it. What's your town called?
My town called
My town called.
Niflheim.
Right. Cool.
Right. I think we talked about that last time I brought it up.
Was it on the show?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty sure.
oh, okay, sorry.
Because Dan was making fun of me for playing it so much. I've stopped since then because
What?
I had to write essays.
Oh,
but
you're
yeah.
picking school over keeping your people are gonna be so mad at you.
I know. Probably everybody's gonna have moved out. But there's this fucking axolotl or the thing. The like albino thing with like the pink cheeks. They're the things that mudkips are based off of.
Okay, sure.
One of those moved into my town and he's trying to start up a dance club.
See, I kind of just started and I haven't done any of that sort of stuff. Like, I'm building a bridge right now. It's kind of been it.
Yeah, I haven't even finished it.
Other than that, it's just been the exact same game I was playing.
Yeah.
Which I guess a flower shop just moved in, so that's something. So I can start replacing all those dead flowers I keep ruining because I run over them. But yeah, so far it's just the same game, Wild World, that I was playing on DS. And I'm hoping that changes, because if not, I'm going to get Luigi's Mansion or Pokemon X or Y.
Yeah.
So.
What do you mean changes? Like, what other mayoral... Well, there's only 2 things you can do, though.
Well, they added some interesting stuff to it. Like, you can do deep sea diving to get new fish, which is cool. And, like, that's a new way to get bells. And then, I don't know, there's, like, new little things. Like, there's new goals, like, you're working towards getting... I've heard you have to work towards getting a police station rather than there just being one.
Oh, okay.
And, like, because when you go to your town hall, there's things that people want. Like, one of the things on the list was a bridge. I'm not just, like, picking to build a bridge.
Right, yeah.
I guess a police station is one of those ones that you then begin funding.
Okay.
So there's new goals that they set, and there's new things, like, through the Street Pass thing, you can see your friends' houses and buy their stuff that you like and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there's enough new stuff to make it make it feel like I'm playing a new game, but not yet.
Okay.
Like, I know it's coming, but I just want to get there.
Yeah.
But, like, so far, I'm just, like, I was just in Target this morning walking through, like, looking at games, just going, I should just give this one more of a chance. And I picked up Luigi's Mansion. I was like, maybe. I went to this other one.
It's supposed to be really good.
What,
Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, I've heard really good things. On the new MC Chris album, there's a song about it. It's all about, it's mostly about ghosts.
Oh, okay.
You'd know that if you listen to my interview. God, Katie.
Sorry.
It's fine. You don't have to. It says BLIP on it. You're not entitled to listen
to
exactly. Any of our stuff. Like, I want to transcribe it for the KSSU blog, just for a place to put, like, a written version of it. But I just don't want to listen to me again. I need an intern. And then, something else. Oh, I got a haircut since last time we did a show, which it's pretty easy to have. Since I'm balding, I'm just kind of bracing it. I just go, like, a buzz cut, simple, and then it's fine, and then it gets shaggy, and I do it again. But the past few times that I've been going to get my haircut, a barber has been like, can I do your eyebrows? I didn't really know what they wanted or why, but I have some long eyebrows.
Yeah.
And this time I was like, nah, fine. And before I finished saying fine, she's like, oh, thank God. And she trimmed my eyebrows. And she was like, they were driving me insane. And I was, what? Why? She's like, they were just so long. Like, they're longest hairs on your head. And sometimes, yeah, one gets out of hand. It gets a little long. But
Yeah.
I like, pull it, but I didn't realize it until, like, she, like, you know, they're, well, probably don't know this, but they're, how she was cutting it, she, like, put a comb over it and just went over it with, like, a buzzy thing.
Yeah.
And then she went like that. And I just saw the length of the hair that came off. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
How was that hitting my face? So right now I'm streamlined. I'm a little Metro and aerodynamic with my new eyebrows. But it was such a weird thing just to see her get so excited about me going, oh, all right, fine. Because maybe, like, she's been, like, cutting hair all day and just saw a bunch of, like, old men and me that all have crazy long eyebrows. And
probably.
It was driving her crazy. So
We'll see, you made somebody happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
And maybe this is a thing I get done now. Is this part of manscaping? Is it make me mansome?
Because, like, once they start to grow out again, because I have the exact same problem. My eyebrows are fucking ridiculously long. And I just cut it with, like, I set them up so, like, they're vampire eyebrows, and then I just cut them with a pair of scissors.
You know
so
what
I
you
guess
should
you
do?
could.
Get them long, gel them up, leave it.
I considered it when I was in my weird, like, golf phase.
All right, here's what you got to do. You got to plan this for your next cosplay. Something that involved pointy, long eyebrows.
I don't think there's anything like that.
I think you're wrong. There's probably, like, some weird Todd McFarlane comic character that has long eyebrows. But then she probably only wears, like, a bit of bark as clothing.
Yeah.
So there
That's
might be an
fine.
issue. Well, get some glue, and then it's par for the course
Yeah.
of these things now. Just glue some tree bark to your body, and you're set.
It's pretty true. They're getting sluttier and sluttier.
Aren't we all? All right, Katie, is that the show?
I think so.
That is episode 33. In the box, bag, can.
There you go.
Film stuff.
Well, that one's in the can. What's this one?
Which one?
Audio. What would the audio go in? I don't know where the audio goes in.
Tapes are in can. Tapes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like films go in cans and tape goes in like smaller cans.
Oh, okay.
Fine. It's in the cassettes.
Okay.
It's in the 8-track.
It's in the 8-track. Okay.
By the way, I don't know if I've gone this rant before. Fuck this weird hipster resurgence of cassettes.
Yeah.
I hated cassettes when they were new. I hate them now. Stop it. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's that.
True.
So you can find us on the twits at Blipcast, Facebook Blipcast, or Facebook on the /Blipcast, blipcast@gmail.com. I'm at Overcord. She's at Lady Laumes. We're saying bye. What happened?
It like cracked. No, like it just stopped and then.
Fair enough. So Katie. Whoa.
Whoa. What?
Got a new neighbor.
Oh.
That's a horrifying cat thing.
Horrifying cat thing.
Yeah.
The only. Well, that's not true. I got a few new neighbors. I didn't like that stupid deer chick.
Fauna?
No, not Fauna. It was like Victoria or something.
I have one named Fauna. She's nice.
She was like a crazy valley girl.
Testicles. Testicles. Calls. Okay.
Cults.
Get it.
Cults. Meow. Yeah, I just meowed in response. What do you want?
No, I'm not judging the meow response. I'm more
Okay.
judging the fact that you meowed for the mic check, not in mic.
Did I meow for the mic check though? Because like really, it just kind of happened. I just looked at you and I was like, meow.
Normal.
Yeah, normal. I see you have Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. So, girlfriend Katie got some Girl Scout cookies and she got tagalongs, which are delicious peanut butter, chocolate covered things. And my mom got Girl Scout cookies around the same time, and she got these chocolate shortbread things and these lemonade ones. And they're both just terrible. And I told my mom, she's like, "Oh, you see we got Girl Scout cookies?" I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta get the ones I like." She's like, "Which ones do you like?" I was like, "I like tagalongs." And I get a text like 2 days later, "Hey, got your Girl Scout cookies." So I had 2 boxes of tagalongs, and then those peanut butter sandwich cookies, which I don't remember what they're called. But tagalongs are the shit, and those ones are good. They're better than I remember.
I like tagalongs and I like the coconut ones.
Oh,
the chocolate.
Yeah.
Those
I like.
good.
I usually don't like coconut.
Yeah, exactly.
But the coconut is subtle in that. It's just like a caramel and a chocolate thing.
And just kind of creamy and like.
Yeah.
It's good.
Agreed.
Girl Scout cookie talk.
Totes.
Blip.
Wait.